Hello everyone, and welcome back to FSD Gaming, with me, your host, FryeNChill. Now, I will have to apologize at first of the delay of videos coming in. All of the people, the members of our channel have been busy in some way or another. Demon Lord Titan has been out of the country, so it's been difficult for him to do anything. The Sniper TF3 has had work, and I've had a pool party. Just one. So, yeah, we've all been busy in one way or another that has prevented us from making videos, but I'm back at it, making another video. This is like the fourth video I've uploaded without someone else on our channel uploading. Maybe not. Maybe someone's uploaded before me, right before I get this up, or someone uploads this today, the day I'm recording it. But as of right now, that I know of, no one else has uploaded since I think Trailer Park Stories. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I think it's just the third one in a row for me. But anyways, today we're going to be going back on these guys, Polygon. If you've seen part 1 of this video, which you should go to, like right now, look for part 2. Yeah, these guys got some stupid things to say about stuff. It might get stupider. I mean, in the intro, you don't want to say the stupidest stuff you can. You gotta save the stupidest, best things for last. So, you know, we'll get to it. This won't be the last part. Yeah, there's gonna be even more to it. I already know how much we're gonna do, because I already know how much time it's gonna take up, even though I haven't done it yet. So, without further ado, let's get to the first paragraph, which says here, one of GTA 5's main characters is a likable young African-American man called Franklin. Raised in poverty, he spends his time in the game as a violent criminal and murderer. Okay, admittedly, I made it sound like it'd be a bit more climatic. Nothing stupid said here, so I'll just say the next paragraph right now. This paragraph says Darvasi. That's an odd name. It's been if you don't know what the context is. You didn't watch the last video, which you should. But anyways, Darvasi says that one of his students' projects sought to change Franklin's arc. In the game, Franklin tries to leave the gang life, immediately fails, and is forced to return to a life of crime. The message is that the gravitational pull of the criminal lifestyle is so strong that you're never going to escape it. Now, while it's easy to see why you would think this, but honestly, is it true? Because honestly, if you think about it, if you play through the entire game, technically you could say that after the last heist is done, there is no reason for Franklin to ever commit a single crime after that. There's no story to it. Once the story's over, then it's over. There's no reason for him to commit any crime. Yeah, he did have to go through a lot of crime to pull it off, but in the end, he did actually escape from crime. If you decided after you're done with the game, that's it, you're done with the story, you're done with the game, you're not going to play the story mode on the GTA Online or whatever, just play another game. But, yeah, technically, once the story's done, you never have to commit another crime as Franklin at all. Which means that technically, while it did take a lot of work, he technically did leave the life of crime. I mean, yeah. He just had to jump through a lot of hoops. It was all situational, too. He didn't stay in the life of crime just because he wanted to, and yeah, I get why you're seeing that. Like, just a ton of things happened. A lot of situational things happened that forced him to stay in crime. It was one thing after another with the government and Madrazo, and wait, Madrazo? That's not a guy, is it, in the game? I just made up a name. Anyways, next paragraph. So the student used the in-game filming software to tell a story about how Franklin totally leaves crime behind and becomes a successful developer. Of what? No, I just have a question. What did he have a developer of? Game developer? Because that's an odd character arc for the guy. But anyways, by retelling that story, he was thinking about the material in different ways. Well, but think about this. He might have been thinking about it in different ways and a bit more creatively, but think of how fun the game would have been if that's what had happened. If you just straight up, and I bet the story he told was really cheesy with like the cheesiest lines he could have come up with. Like, dude, let's go shoot up some fools. He's like, nah, that's for chumps. It's like, you sure, man? Yeah, and it's like, man, you're gonna be lame if you don't do crime. And it's like, nah, I'm bigger than that. And, something like that. Real cheesy, real, it's not very creative writing. I'm just putting my bets on that. There was really bad writing and dialogue in that. But those criticisms and assumptions behind, it wouldn't have been a fun game if that's what would have happened. The students were creating counter-hegemonic media, which challenged some of the power structures in the game. It's a methodology of how to have students think about media that could be potentially damaging to certain groups and to remediate that representation. Hold on, wait. Big words used by, politically correct people that they overuse and make them sound smart, and it's just like way too made up stuff. You know what I'm talking about? They use these big words that are just like just them complaining. But anyways, let me think. I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that people should just make a game so that they are politically correct in their game and just throw away artistic vision completely. Well, not completely, but you want them to throw away artistic vision. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be telling people that they need to have, certain things not, trigger people because, a black guy is getting hit by a cop in a game. Even though they're not trying to say that about it, they shouldn't do that. No, artistic vision is a thing, and you shouldn't be messing with it. Next paragraph. You want to know why this channel's probably going to stay pretty small for a while? It's because of cutoffs like that. Yeah, I'm self-aware of it because... And I can't fix it. No, I can't. And I don't want to go over it. And that kind of laziness is the reason this channel's going to stay small. Anyways, the next paragraph says, Dervasi adds that he saw his own role as guiding the students through the issues they were confronting. His job was to show how games are political, but not in the sense of a partisan dogma, but in how they depict and exploit societal divisions and economic disparities. Basically, they're saying they're trying to pick on minorities on purpose and stuff like that, just so they can get a quick buck. Stuff like that. No, that's wrong. It's wrong. That's not what's going on here. It's not what's going on here, okay? I'm just gonna move on because that was stupid. There's a whole web of social issues and nuances about being a black person that the students hadn't realized are not present in the game, and it perpetuates a certain stereotype. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry for this, like, cheesy reader voice I do. It's not really cheesy, but, the kind of putting on a voice for reading and voice acting like I'm reading from a script. I'm sorry for that, but that's kind of how I read things. Usually you would think it makes me sound more professional, but I'm tripping over my words like I can't think of a, metaphor, but just insert a person that trips up on stuff a lot. Probably from, like, a movie or something, and put it in there and it'll work. But anyways, what I have to say about that is, I don't totally disagree with it. You know what? Grand Theft Auto 5, that I know of, hasn't really shown any African Americans in, like, any kind of big, respectable position. Most of the black people in the game are very much in the hoods that you find, and they're gangsters. But that's just GTA 5. GTA 5 is a very satirical game. It's going to show a lot of stereotypes because that's how it is. That's the type of game it is. So it's going to be like that because it uses stereotypes to make fun of the stereotype. Dang, Fry, back at it again with the cutoffs. Can't help it, but make good enough to make a joke. Memes. Vans. Wait, I meant to say Vine, but... darn it, V's. But same thing, But anyways, back to reading it. They explored the idea of identity tourism and how they enter these spaces. And how they enter black bodies. It becomes a commodity. It becomes a commodity. You guys can read the rest, I'm sorry. It becomes a commodity. I'm sorry, just like they're saying it as if it's like something that people are like, oh, I gotta get that blackness. It's a commodity. I gotta get some blackness. I gotta get me some that blackness. No, I'm sorry. No. Bad wording. We're back at it with weird bad wording. Bad wording. They do that a lot. They word things just terribly. I get what they're saying, but just the wrong words. A pair of students created a video in which a white man tours Franklin's neighborhood in a pickup truck. They pitched it as a critique of middle-class players entering the game's stereotypical representations of economically challenged areas as theme park tourists, ignorant of the real lives they are witnessing. Sorry for my voice going out. My lungs, they're not very strong. It's why I play percussion in band and not a wind instrument or anything like that. Yeah, just in case you come from somewhere that's not band, I know quite a bit of some of the people that are watching this are in band. Hey, Jeff. But anyways, I know some of the people are in a band, but not everyone. So if you don't know, I am in fact in band, but I'm a percussionist. I'm not gonna go any deeper because I need to do my thoughts on this one. But that's actually interesting. If they were actually to pull that off without words, and that's the interpretation, I can take that artistic vision and artistic creativity and applaud that. Honestly, I can't honestly say that's too bad of a way to say it. Although, I got nothing wrong with it, to be honest. Yeah, I got nothing wrong with it. Darvasi notes that GTA 5 uses heavy irony to critique American culture. That's exactly what I said earlier. I said satire, but same thing. But that this irony is often misused by younger players who assume that they are playing something that documents class divisions rather than skewers them. No. Younger players, no, they're not gonna think that. First of all, most kids are gonna completely overlook the story. Alright, I'm gonna say that first. Most younger players aren't even gonna realize any hidden meanings under the hood of the story. If they even understand the story at all, depending on the age. Then, not only that, but when they do see it, if they do understand hidden meanings, they will definitely see all the other things that are going on within the story and see something they know is wrong and see how it's played it to be irony, and they will realize that the entire thing is irony. One little key unlocks the entire door. I just made up a metaphor. Good on me. But you do get what I'm saying here, right? That the whole thing it's almost impossible to see it as not satire, as the actual representation of it. The only GTA game you could see as an actual representation of anything is GTA 4 because of the seriousness of the game and more darker tone and realisticness. For Darvasi and his students, GTA 5's ironic veneer was something to be recognized and more thoroughly explored. Okay. Even while the game is a satire on gangster movies and hip-hop videos, it's a very deliberate assembly of stereotypes, he says. The developers are covering themselves by saying, we're making fun of these stereotypes. But for a lot of people... Backtrack. Are you guys accusing them of being racists? Are you trying to say that they're not really doing it as satire? Are you saying they're pretending that it's satire and really they just want to pollute your mind with racism and making it that realistic? Because looking farther, and hopefully you've still been reading along, but oh my gosh. GTA 5 Online Generator started following you for Gamer Central 06. Funny coincidence that a notification popped up. I've been getting a lot of notifications from a recent post, obviously. Wonder what just got posted. I'll see. If you guys came from there, then you know. A lot of people must have liked it, following it. But anyways, I'm getting a bit off track, talking about Instagram. But anyways, the rest of it says, but for a lot of people, including some of these students, video games and entertainment media are the only way they access these neighborhoods, so they think it's realistic. So yeah, you are accusing them of just trying to pollute our minds with racist things to make us believe these things like they're real, and that's actually how it is. No, they're not. They're being satirical. They're not being racist. They're sexist or anything. It's all satire and irony. You admitted it yourselves. Goodness. I hate these kind of peoples. I hate SJWs, and I hate overly overt, politically correct people. Because they throw actual logic out the window. Anyways, next paragraph. GTA 5 is a point of concentration for many ills in our midst. You can't pick up a paper today without reading between the collision between police and minorities, and that's one of the core mechanics in GTA, having confrontations with the police. So they're playing with a black character, and they're entering his body and performing this ritual collision between authority and race. No. They're not going there with that. They're not trying to make it like, oh, a police is going against black people. It's black people versus the police. They're not trying to play that off either. It just happens to be that you're a black person that's against the police. Oh, well. But anyways, I don't want to get into it too much, but the whole thing between black people and the police, that's way overblown. Like, way overblown. It's just gotten way more media coverage. It just has, okay? More collisions between white people and the police happen than on a percentage of the population. And I've seen facts on this, and if I had more screen room, I would be showing you guys it right now. If I had more screen room, and maybe I'll find a media source, link it to you guys in the description. Maybe not. By the way, also Polygon, the link to this article will be in the description too, if you want to see the rest of the article. But anyways, the whole thing about police and minorities, there are more white people that per capita, per white person, there have been more collisions between killings of white people by police per the population of white people than there have been police killing black people. It's overblown. It's just gotten more media coverage because the media loves to corrupt these things. You guys should look up about this stuff. It's interesting and you should know. And that's it. Thankfully, I don't have to do this until part 3. Yeah, that's not it. There's a lot more to this article. Link in the description there will be a link in the description to the article. I will continue doing this stuff on this. Oh man, I also have to say at the end of this, fair use. If you don't know what that is, check out the last video. It's very important. But also, Instagrams to my left, to your left on my guy is my Instagram. You can contact me there. Great place to do that. And then also to my right is at GamerCentral06, which is FSD Gaming's channel page. That's also a great place to get get in contact with us. Sorry. But as a whole, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.